then, Rob, I think that's got something to do with that lightning too, with the air being more. I feel like the air is getting more cleaner, and then I feel like that lightning being louder has got something to do with the air being purified or something like that. They doing something, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to remember the ozone layer is getting closer to the surface of the Earth. That's almost like putting half of the sky on the ground.
Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
So it makes the sound barrier from Earth to the ionosphere in the ozone. It makes it tighter together, which amplifies the sound. Like putting a speaker in a box makes it louder than the speaker out the box. But that's the thunder. All this lightning you're seeing, that's them Crips walking. I keep telling these motherfuckers it's an accumulated rain dance taking place, and this is why you're seeing water in dry places, because they activate the energy that ain't been activated, which is causing the earth to give us a display of what's being done spiritually.
Of conquering the earth. It's part of conquering it. They said they were going to conquer and divide us up. That's the thing. That's his whole game.
Yeah. So now, I done showed you where Enlil been moving throughout the lands, how he came in as Etruscan Moors, as Ottomans, as Turks. He came in through the Iberian Peninsula to subjugate the nations of Europe and exploit them. And once they got on to his bullshit, they called from help from Algonquins from over here. You remember that part, do you? And we the Algonquins who went over there to help them get kicked, to kick them motherfuckers out. So now you know they think to come over here.
Damn, that's crazy.
It was the only place left they hadn't been, and since we was part of kicking their ass out of Europe, they might as well invade us. And so they use every stratagem of war, right? That's what it say in the Quran, don't it? We will wait for them. We will set for them in every stratagem of war. Okay, now the last thing that we're gonna top it off with is it's a book called Strategies of the Crescent Moon. It's an art of war, Islamic art of war. And who is the god of the Crescent Moon?
ISIS,
Enlil.
Yeah, Enlil.
Ninursin, actually, his son.
Islamic.
That's it right there.
Tactics.
Tactics of the Crescent Moon. Tactics of the Crescent Moon. That's the right one.
Yeah, right here.
So this go over the strategies that's been being used by Islamic extremists.
What? I gotta get this shit.
It's part of war studies for me, so I had to read it whether I wanted to or not.
Man, I gotta fucking read this book, man.
Yep.
So what? Hey, what do they talk about? Like, can you give us like a synopsis of what they like?
Yeah, it just tell you the basic strategies that they use, why they do suicide bombings, different stuff they tell in there. Like the whole ideology of war from an Islamic perspective that the writers of the book observed being used during warfare.
What?
You just had to read this. It's worth to read though. It's nice work.
Oh yeah, I gotta get this joint. You know, I'm into like the war games and shit. That's my thing. I'm like the general on that shit. Like
now remember, I told y'all all of the women's rituals of the earth rites is in the Sufi orders. The men do them, but they can't empower them. They can't make them sustainably applicable. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing.
What?
Where did he go?
Where did who go?
Maitreya, Enlil.
Yeah, where did he go?
He was in Kenya.
Yeah, he was in Kenya, but where did he go after that? Back to
Listen, no. He stopped in Kenya. Whose land is Kenya?
Let me think. Kenya.
That's the land of the jackal.
You just got cut out.
Who do you know over here that was from Kenya that rose to prominence? Test tube baby ass.
Obama.
Maitreya went to Africa, to Kenya, Obama's homeland in 88. What was Obama doing in 88?
Exactly. Say it again.
What was Obama doing in 88?
Where was he?
He was in college. He should have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
He should have either been in college or working at a law firm.
Yeah. Working at a law firm, Goldman Sachs.
Who is Goldman Sachs? Goldman family, right? That's the blood shield for the Goldman family is the Saxons.
Okay.
The Saxons trace back to Queen Elizabeth. Right? So you got the Anglos and the Saxons merging together to form Anglo-Saxons. These is clans.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now I'm seeing
right.
Yeah.
Now, Baba put out a class he did over the telephone a couple of weeks ago. And he was talking, he was like, remember, they trying to unite 5 different families. Right? That's what the things is about. Well, Enlil kids don't operate on 5 families. They operate on 13 families. But 12 is the ones that cover up for the first. Right? So who is the 5 families? We talking La Cosa Nostra now. Mafiosos, Godfather status. We in New York, upstate New York. We talking Gotti and them boys. Gotti was a stand-up dude. And he was took down by who? Sammy the what?
Bull.
And who was the symbol of the bull? Sin, right? Wasn't Leonard Sin the bull was his symbol? Right. And it was because it was a crescent, right? So Sammy the bull gored John Gotti. Right? So we talking the 5 families. La Cosa Nostra reflect 5 families of hip-hop.
And it's 5 more tribes.
The hip-hop tell us the story in spoken word. They think it's a poem. We just passing the message. Go back to 91. Ice Cube said we just reporters. That's before we even knew who Tupac was. Right? And when you listen to Grandmaster Flash, they doing is social commentary. Who they talking to? Because we know the so-called white man ain't listening. So who listening?
We are.
We listening. And what did Gil Scott say? He said there's a ghetto code. You got to learn the ghetto code. Dash. Remember?
Yeah.
But the revolution won't be televised. But that shit show gonna play out on social media. The revolution is a full circle. That's a 360 degrees of revolution. Right? So if you're gonna overthrow 32 degrees of knowledge, you only need 33.
That's right.
But if you bring 360, you now just overthrow it. You crush that shit asunder.
That's right. That's
right. So we done came with these motherfuckers with the 5 and the 6 off the left and the right on the straight bump and the motherfucking left bump hostile to a 32 degree Scottish right to an honorary 33 degree Scottish right that overrides all that bullshit with the blood and the rights. And then it'd be a public notice to restore the chiefs on the land. See, they ain't telling you all this shit. Rashad was talking about being at war with Zeus. He was talking about being at war with Enlil as one of the motherfuckers that came down here to clean this shit up. And that's why they had to get rid of his ass, right? And they sent some slimy bitch up under him, right? That's how they always get us. It worked every time. That shit worked so good on us that we just don't want to keep our dick where we need it. But that shit don't work on me. Because if my people ain't free, I jack off first. That just is what it is.
Yeah, Rashard one of Inky kids, man, and they know they don't come out to niggas like that for no reason. It's something significant that's supposed to happen. But people that they like, people like us, when they snatch you up, this dude up the streets, it probably was something that he was finna ready to do that was going alchemically that was going to change.
So let me tell you what it was.
Go ahead.
I found the priestess that they sacrificed in Haiti with the black pig in the Haitian Revolution, right? I didn't never know Rashad had told his people that he was Toussaint. So I never would have looked at him like that. But an elder sister sent me a series of receipts to show me who he was.
Mm-hmm.
So he would actually be Toussaint. That would mean that we would be looking for a guy that they would be called Bookman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he would have not tattoos, but a birthmark that looked like writing on him.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the movie Scorpion King. Remember the lady had the writing all over her body?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She was telling you about the Bookman. So in order for Haiti to close, they war conjure and return all this shit back to normal, because that's the last conjure open.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if you would have been, I don't know if you've been watching me this long, but a long time ago, I told the people Haiti closed all of their obey ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
And they did it, and they gave public notice while they was doing it. I actually posted it on my Facebook. If you want to look for it on my Facebook, look for Haitian Obey.
Mm-hmm.
And they closed all their conjures out, so they may have to be instrumental in helping Haiti. Because if we don't, I didn't realize that we needed all three of them. I thought we only needed the sister to close the conjure. But you need all of the three that was using the two-ball cane in order to conjure up the spirits of protection.
Mm-hmm.
Now, remember, in the Haitian Revolution, man, they didn't just have physical people fighting for them.
Go ahead.
A lot of people not aware that they had spirits that would rise up from the ground and take the dirt from around the area and become warriors in the fight.
Yep, I heard shit like that. I heard that story.
Right, because that's why when the French gave the report back, they say they was fighting both man and ghost.
Uh-huh.
And there was no way they could win that war. Because some of the people they was fighting was not sentient beings.
Yeah.
Right? So they thinking they killing the motherfucker all the time. That motherfucker killing the shit out their ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
The undead. See, this is what they be worried about. The zombie apocalypse is our awakening.
Mm-hmm.
They not trying to stop it. They trying to activate it. Wake your ass up. Right? Mm-hmm. So this is what the problem with Rashad Jamal is. Now they got an energy block.
Mm-hmm.
They got an energy block because one of Big Mama favorites was in their camp and she was mistreated, or somebody lied on the girl. That was Empress Ellie. Right? Mm-hmm. So Empress Ellie, she can do meditations to open all of the energy up, but that's up to her and the kids, because the kids is the ones who sent her to get the help, and she was the only one they trusted. And they wanted to get the help for Rashad. Mm-hmm. That means somebody was doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was the one leading the meditation. She was the one that they wanted to utilize as their spokesperson. All of the youth, the young ones. Mm-hmm. I ain't talking about the adults. I don't give a fuck about an adult. But the kids want her to speak for them. So it's up to Rashad to draw his camp together and make them clean up that situation, because Ellie's solid 100. Mm-hmm. She 100% solid gold. So it is what it is. That's something that they got to clean up to get him on the streets faster.
Shit crazy, man.
Yeah, that's stagnant energy that they got to move. Ellie can move it because she know what she's doing. She a born master. They just got to get them tacky motherfuckers out the mix and go on and let her and them kids go on and work their fucking magic, and everything will be all right. Mm-hmm. And with that, we thanks Elder for having me in here, for telling me exactly where these goddamn devils at, where they came from and how they got here, when they came, exact locations and names and pictures.
You got them nigga, man. You got them nigga with that blue eye, that end-lib blue eye shit. That was in this joint, man. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again and write some of this stuff down to tie into some more shit that I got going on.
Oh yeah. Once you start putting it together, you're gonna turn into Pop and start writing books.
You gave me a lot of shit, man. I got so much. So now I'm going back. I'm gonna add them little pieces in, man. Like especially the Inky, the end-lib story. And then I'm gonna go investigate this dude, man, again. I'm gonna go find this dude that you talking about that came. So that's very interesting, that because these beings, Bible said that these beings are real beings, that these beings are physical beings, and that they are men, that they come down. They even mentioned them in the Bible that these beings come down, they eat. And so this dude, Ilya, coming down, and he what's the nerve of this dude to come down and come?
Well, he had to.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, they can't pass the crown. They can't pass the crown unless they show themselves. But he only got to show himself when it's time for him to go. All right. So do the math from 88 to now. Right? What's that? 35 years?
88 to now is what? Yeah, 35 years, yeah.
Yeah. So in 35 years that it took me to do this work, and it say it take how long for a man to become a master mason? You remember?
No.
35 to 45 years. The only way to be a master mason is that you got to be a master over all of the masons. How do you get that position?
What you mean, like a worshipful master position or something? Or like a grand potentate?
Well, there's only one person over the Masonic Lodge. You know who that would be? The ultimate person at the end game?
The devil?
That would be Hiram Abiff.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Right? The Messiah type for the Masonic Lodge. Why is that even important?
Why is it important?
Because when Hiram is raised, he also raises the veil on the shrine of the Black Madonna.
Okay.
In other words, when the Masonic Lodge finds Hiram, then they pass the torch over to the sisters as Eastern Stars. And when they pass the torch to the sisters, they have to in turn pass it who Hiram say is the Black Madonna. In other words, the highest ranked matriarch on the land gets the rulership torch because Hiram identified Mother Khadijah Farrakhan as the highest ranking matriarch on the land. So they got to give her they had to take the motherfucking flame from the Statue of Liberty, give it to a real woman. That's what it's all about. Hiram is the great work, the great arcana, the man that builds himself from peasant to royalty, basically, from a beast of the field as Nebuchadnezzar into waking up in the field with the rest of the beasts, realizing that, hold up, I ain't like the rest of these motherfuckers. What the fuck going on here? Right? Once he realized that somebody in my mama house. When he realized somebody in his mama house, them motherfuckers got to go. I don't give a fuck if it is my uncle. Right?
Got him.
And the uncle is a significant term in masonry because they say it was our uncle that brought us over here and sold us into bondage. How in the fuck is that possible? Because Enlil is Enki's brother.
Yep.
Enlil is Inanna's brother, Isis's brother. He the one that sold us into bondage over here.
That's right.
So that's why they say it was your uncle. And I'd be goddamn if I ain't a monkey's uncle. Right? Yeah. I'm a monkey uncle. That make me a gorilla.
Yeah, right.
Right? So once we get to point out who they is, where they at, with this much detail, they can't run and hide no longer. Man, now, Enlil off Earth.
So that nigga that was over, that light-skinned nigga that looked just like Enlil, dressed like him and everything. Hey, that light-skinned nigga was one of his manifestations coming down to Earth.
Well, that was an actor used to tell you who was behind it. It's up to you to figure it out. They don't have to explain it to you.
Okay.
But when you get the description of the location that John Wick get on how to get to the high table, the one who sits above the high table, right? Who would sit above a high table?
The king.
Royalty, right? The king of kings. So now they showing you in the movie. So when I come back and I show you him in Kenya, tell you he tied to the whole Obama fiasco, right? And show you the common denominators, and then you can line the rest of it up for yourself to see exactly the path the devil took to conquer the world and how we was gonna bust him upside his head. As Baba say, we gonna leave this with the cover of "We See You Too, Black Devil."
Yeah, we see your ass too.
Yeah, go and pull the picture up so they can know that we see them black devils. I don't care if they come as a high yellow nigga.
Screen froze again.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna worry about it. We get them next time.
Oh yeah, we gonna get him again. Don't worry about nothing. Don't run. Tell them don't run now from the brother Rod. Don't run from Rod now.
They can run now, but they know where to hide.
Right there.
They can run all they want to. They can't hide nowhere. They ass exposed.
We won't. Hey, ain't no way you can. Hey, man, they saying that the brother Rod and them is on them niggas. Man, get them niggas, bruh.
So I explained it. We got it down. Let the people sort it out from here.